Tim Parker. I sell Atlantic Stockyards in Toronto, Nova Scotia. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, 2.5 years. Smaller scale cattle on the East Coast. I wanted to go to a big store and see what happens. You know, see how it's done. 44 and a hack to be on the buying, 54 and a hack to be on the buying, 54 and a hack to be on the buying, 54 and a half, solid $1.50.
Name is Scott Campbell, Brandon, Manitoba, owner of Fraser Auction Service. So with Fraser Auction Service, so occasionally with the Killarney Auction Mart. I've been selling for 22 years. I think it's like most young kids growing up on the prairies, you're drawn to the chant of the auctioneer, and then it's something I always wanted to do, and it's worked well for me.
$87. Sold them $1.86. TS.
I'm Kelly Wright. I am from Melita, Manitoba, originally from Boys Bay, Manitoba, and I've been selling cattle for about 4 years.
Now $7, 67 now has 67 half, 67 half now 8.
I think it's a really good thing for people to attend, get to meet the camaraderie of the guys, get to meet different auctioneers, different guys within the industry, gain more knowledge within the industry itself, and take it back home and share it with all the other producers and people within the ag industry.
2.5. Sold it $1.70.
Hi, I'm Robin Hill. I'm from Lenore, Manitoba. I'm the manager at Heartland Livestock in Verdon. I've been selling since 1996. Practice makes perfect, and every time you shake a hand and meet somebody new along the way, it goes a long way in the business, and every little bit of practice helps, even for old guys like me.
3 bid 93, 3 bid, sold the rate 192.
Hi, my name's Edward McCormick. I am from a little town called Plandalls, and I work for the Viking Auction Mart. We've been selling there for about 10 years. Main reason to come to convention is, sure, for the competition, but, you learn lots, meet lots of new guys, good guys that really teach you lots in the auction industry. Learn lots from really top-end guys, and then, same thing, learn from the bottom guys in between. There's always something to learn every time, eh?
Sold them at 98 and 70.
Hi, my name's Justin Jank. I'm an independent auctioneer out of Breton, Alberta. I own and operate Wenham Valley Auction Services. Been selling for about 5 years now, between farm equipment, cars, and miscellaneous and charity sales. It's been a heck of a good ride.
91, 91, 92. I'm at 91, but I'm been down 3, been 4.
That's the market where we sell our cattle, and I wanted to come out and see what it was all about. I've held all these guys in a fairly high regard over the last 5 years, and it's pretty darn cool to be a part of this group.
99 and 50 to 1, sold in 99 and 50. Cargill number 1.
My name is Justin Botts. I'm from Barrett, Alberta. I currently sell at BJV Westlock. I went to school last August at Global College of Auctioneering, so I've not been currently selling for just about a year. I can compete in team roping and all sorts of other things, so competition is something that I like to strive for and, be the best that I can be.
57, sold them up top, $56.5.
Hi, my name's Brad Martins. I'm from Gibbons, Alberta. I've been auctioneering livestock since I was 19 years old, so that's about 24 years I've been selling cattle.
All right, another good cow here again. And down here 90, now 1, now 91, down here, down 2, down 3.
Well, I've heard lots about it. I've never got a chance to come to the LMAC, and you know, all the different auctioneers that I've got to talk to over the years, they've bragged about it, how great it is and how good it is. And so I thought, well, you know, I'm still in this industry and still love it, and why not be part of it?
375, sold over here $3.50. Cargill number 1. Cargill. Down to 1, 2, 91.
I'm Cody McLean. I'm from Strathmore, Alberta, and I sell at the Calgary Stockyards out of Strathmore, and I've been selling there for coming on 2 years. My grandfather was an auctioneer, my dad, and then I went to auction school when I was 16, so I just love it. I think it's the purest form of finding value.
898, 97, sold 97 feet.
Is a sponsor of this award, and they picked the Stockyards of the Year award in Canada. So if I could have Brian Good from the Canadian Angus Association come up, he's going to tell you just briefly a little bit about the award. Bob Toner's going to join him, and Miles, why don't you come up here as well?
Thanks, Rick. This year, I'm just I'd like to just run over the last winners that have received this award. Excuse me. And I believe it's about 13 years we've been giving out this award. And of course, it all started with the fact that we thought it was a great place to give it out in front of all our peers. And so I just want to list off the folks that have won this. Mancota Livestock were the first ones that won it when we gave it out the first year. Williams Lake was the second. And I'll just run down the list. Maple Creek, Saskatchewan. Saskatoon has won it. Harvey's here. Assiniboia, of course, that was Roy Rutledge and his comedy act, Randy Gaudry. I hope you all were there that year. That was really something. And Valley Auction, I don't know whether Peter Raffin's here tonight or not. He was here last night. But that was a very good thing to do that year, because Valley's sold out now to BC Livestock. And then we got into a year where we gave it out to the VJV crew out of Ponoka, and also Stavely. Bergevin's right here. Henry, I think he's back there somewhere. And also Dawson Creek that very same year. So that was a real special year with the 3 auction marts winning it. And one of the good years that we gave out an award to Auction Mart of the Year was Provost, and it makes me pretty humble to see these 2 young fellas here selling from Provost that did such a good job yesterday, and that's really something to see it carried on over the years like that. We went out there that year, and we had to give the award out to your dad, I believe, that was in the yard because he couldn't make it to the convention that year in Winnipeg. Swift Current, I know one of the young fellows was selling there, and what's his name? Brett. Sorry, Brett. You did a great job too, Brett, and it was nice to see Swift Current get that. And then Verdun won it one year out of Manitoba. Of course, that was the only ones that have won it out of Manitoba. And last year, team auction, and I just want to recognize Jason Daynard and Brian, of course, too. And Jason was unable to attend last year, and when I got home on Sunday morning from the auction deal, the first call I got was from Jason Daynard saying thank you very much, and I really appreciated that, boys. And you guys are very worthwhile winners last year. So this year, I'll give you a little hint. It's going to go east of Winnipeg. So we'll run the film, and you'll see who won. The winners this year hail from Ontario. This is the first time we've given this award east of Manitoba. The last time we gave it out in the east was as far as Verdun, Manitoba that year, which at that time was held in Winnipeg. This year it gives me great pleasure to introduce the winners, Ontario Livestock Exchange, Larry and Marianne Wetzel from Waterloo, Ontario. Ontario Livestock Exchange is located just south of St. Jacobs and just north of Waterloo. Ontario Livestock Exchange facility is comprised of 4 auction rings, main barn, dairy barn, sheep barn, and covering 100,000 square feet. The facility moved to this current location in 1975. In 1996, Larry Wetzel, with 2 partners, purchased Ontario Livestock Exchange from Mercedes. Then with Larry's partners moving on with their investments, Larry became the sole owner. Larry had been operating as the general manager after Jim Weidman left to pursue a career with the government of Ontario and the region of Waterloo. Larry has been the driving force in the livestock marketing sector in Ontario and across Canada. OLEX helped pioneer electronic sales of both cattle and hogs. OLEX location is right beside the huge farmers market, which draws thousands of city folks and tourists daily. OLEX opens its doors to the public and is under constant scrutiny from the animal activists and the CFIA. They have been able to survive under these difficult working conditions. OLEX has twice hosted the LMAC convention and the Canadian Livestock Auctioneering Championships. OLEX markets approximately 130,000 cattle, 100,000 sheep, lambs, and goats, and 25 horses per year. Purebred dairy sales and Dutch harness horse sales have been a regular added feature at OLEX sales. Ontario Livestock Exchange employs 9 full-time staff, 40 part-time, all of which contribute to the operation. The Canadian Angus Association is proud to select OLEX from Waterloo, Ontario as this year's recipient of the Stockyard of the Year Award. Congratulations.
We could have Larry and Marianne Wetzel, and I think Billy Holster is here, one of the auctioneers. If you could come on up to the front. And as I mentioned, we'll get one quick official picture here, and then we'll have lots of opportunity for photo ops with everybody later in the evening. As Brian mentioned, Larry has been a driving force in Ontario, and in the national scene, he's been with us in the LMAC for well over 20 years. So congratulations to OLEX, and thank you to the Canadian Angus Association for their award. As we mentioned a little earlier on, that we had some international visitors here, and we were very welcome to welcome Tom Fry and his family to LMAC 2019. As we told you, Tom is the LMA president. He's also an auctioneering champion. And we had just a casual conversation with Tom the other day to find out what's happening on the south side of the border and what's happening with LMA.
Tom Fry is the president of LMA in the United States. Tom, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule and coming up to LMAC 2019, and welcome to Canada.
Rick, it's great. It's great to be back, and thank you for inviting us. We're glad to be back. I was fortunate enough to win, about 10 years ago, win the International Auctioneer Contest at the Calgary Stampede, and haven't been back since, but it's great to be back and be back representing the same folks in America that you represent in Canada, the market owners, the livestock dealers. They're great people, and it's a joy to represent them.
Well, in your capacity as president, Tom, and it's been a while since LMA and LMAC have had a lot of discussions. In the last couple of years, we've opened it up, and we're excited